Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the dreaded D-Rose report. Hey, I know my voice is horrible to listen to. Just listen to the words. Don't listen to my voice. Got a lot of news. Got some strange stuff going on, too. Might want to hang on to the whole report on this. By the way, WWE's Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania DVD comes out Blu-ray February 11th. Please make a note of it. Steve Austin is ready to discuss all the latest drama in WWE, and we'll be taking phone calls on his podcast on Monday if you get that. He tweeted, he says, Monday I'm going to be taking phone calls on the latest drama at WWE. Your thoughts on DB, Punk, etc. Stay tuned. All right. TMZ. I don't know if I reported on this or not. I can't remember. But TMZ reportedly released a 911 call that was made when Matt Hardy and his wife, Reby Sky, were arrested at a motel in Virginia earlier this month after fighting with each other. And you can download it online, but I did, but I haven't listened to it yet. Not that excited about it. But a hotel staffer told the operator a guest just came down here and said somebody's beating the hell out of his wife, a girl, or something, he said. Anyway, it's worth noting that the two have been posting normal pictures of themselves on Twitter since that happened. Hardy stood up for a fan on Twitter last night who threatened to rape and murder Reby. Don't know whether that was a woman or a man, but man. And I think they had even restraining orders on each other. I don't know what's going on there. I wouldn't be afraid to say alcohol. All right, regarding Jeff Jarrett's announcement of a new wrestling project, got more stuff coming up here in a second. He's giving the impression that his new plans won't be hinted at or officially even launched until the hype of WrestleMania 30 season dies down. Jarrett has been playing coy with people, who keeps asking him, but he has also been taking part in a number of meetings and scouting talent. The belief, remains that country music star Toby Keith is involved in the project in some form. I don't know whether to be money. I would think Jeff might have his own, but never know. People go through money. Look at my checkbook. Hey, WWE reported on their website of Brock Lesnar. He was fined $10,000 for his attack on a referee at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. A little excerpt from the report says, following actions towards the referee at Sunday's Royal Rumble, WWE fined Brock Lesnar $10,000. The ruling came down less than 48 hours after the Almy delivered an onslaught to Big Show at the pay-per-view in Pittsburgh. Anyway, the carnage continued into the next night on Raw when a furious Lesnar attacked former tag team champion Cody Rhodes and Goldust. So that's the storyline anyway, so I'm not sure anything's really coming out of it. All right, you want to hear a good rumor? Well, how about maybe it's a fact? Word coming out that CM Punk has left WWE, according to sources of some websites, Wrestling Observer and PWI Insider. After being written out of a script for Raw, Punk reportedly told Vince that he was going home, that he wasn't coming back. The company responded by pulling him from all his scheduled WWE dates going forward. Punk was scheduled to face Triple H at WrestleMania 30, but as seen on Raw, early signs may be showing that Triple H will be facing Daniel Bryan at Mania instead. No word if the match was changed because of Punk, maybe that caused him to leave, or if the match was changed because Punk left. Either way, ProWrestling.net reports that Bryant versus Triple H is indeed the current plans for Mania. All right, in the past, Punk has been very vocal about his part-time wrestling, but he wanted to do part-time when he came back, and he's been at every house show, I don't know how many days a week he's been going, but he's been going a lot. But anyway, he wanted to return as part-time to WWE, and getting pushed ahead of guys who are there on a nightly basis, and maybe the reason he's upset. PWI Insider says that Punk's final goal for his time in WWE was to main event WrestleMania, and with his current contract expiring in July, and with it becoming more and more apparent that he won't be headlining WrestleMania this year, his failure to achieve his goal may be the driving force behind his departure. All signs indicate that this is not a work, and I'll let you know more information as it comes along. But the good news is we can still chant, yes, 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 for a while anyway. All right. WWE star Bob Holly turns 51 years old today. And in a correction from earlier, last night's WWE NXT taping will not be headlined by Bo Dallas and Adrian Neville in a Beat the Clock match. They will have the contract signing for February 27th. That's special that night. NXT is going to be featuring CJ Parker and The Miz. Colin Cassidy taking on Tyler Breeze, as also noted. Bailey going to be taking on Sasha Banks. Corey Graves taking on Camacho. Is he still around? Didn't know that. And for what it's worth, SportsRant.com writer Anthony DeMauro also reports that Sting has signed a deal with WWE. All right, heard it from a good source that Sting and WWE has actually agreed to a deal, including WWE's Hall of Fame and the induction. The Hall of Fame induction may not come in 2014 because they want possibly 2015, as the WWE may want to feature Sting and get him, his fan base familiar with him on WWE TV over the next year or so for the induction, as it'll be a more special event. Plus, we've been seeing him every week over there on TNA, and it's kind of not a special deal to see him again. Of course, it's a different channel, different atmosphere and things. So anyway, he says, I anticipate a career DVD also to be in the mix for the year, as well as heavy presence of Sting on the WWE Network. ProWrestling.net reports that, but get back to Punk, that Punk seemed very disinterested in the current WWE project at the Wizard World question and answer session in Portland this last Friday during Royal Rumble weekend. Punk was very upset about Batista getting the WWE 30 main event. He said he is friends with Batista, but he wanted to be honest, and it was Daniel Bryan's year. Punk made a comment that says, I show up, someone tells me what to do, I go out and do it and leave. He also implies that his recent work was not as good and that he was down to using 2 moves a match. He beaten himself up. Punk reportedly came off despondent and unhappy with WWE, but still cashed their checks. WWE is has applied for a trademark, the word SmackDown, which they already did, but it's in regards to a TV series. So this likely is going to be done in case WWE chooses to move SmackDown to another night of the week as a part of their new TV deal. There is plans too in place to move SmackDown to Tuesday and broadcast it live if needed as a part of the new deal. Which would probably, I don't know, be the same channel, but it would probably make it a higher watch show because we won't know what's going to happen ahead of time and bust their balls on it. Anyway, as noted before, CM Punk, like I said, was removed from WWE events going forward after reportedly informed Vince at Monday's Raw that he was going home. Punk reportedly told Vince and other WWE officials this in a meeting before the show went on the air. While Punk versus Triple H, like I said, was planned for 30, we're now going around, he's going to be facing Bryan in April in New Orleans, and while Punk is still under contract through July, he is no longer factored into the company plans. According to one source, the original script for Monday's Raw had Punk losing to Antonio Cesaro after Kane interfered, allowing Cesaro to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Another source denies that and says Punk was never scheduled to wrestle on Monday and was only scheduled for an in-ring promo, at Kane. Punk was not backstage during Raw and was not at SmackDown last night. Believed that the late Raw rewrite at 6 p.m. on Monday was because Punk had just informed officials he was going home and wasn't going to be back. Punk leaving just describes the situation where he was unhappy, burnout with the overall direction of the company, and there's feelings amongst wrestlers that Punk has saved his money and just doesn't need it anymore. Even the big name WrestleMania payday that's coming up. That is a good, nice payday too. So, I don't know, they described following Royal Rumble on Sunday, Punk's mood was described as pissy. But that's not unusual description for Punk's demeanor backstage. I guess one sources believe that Punk last goal was to, like I say, main event WrestleMania, and that maybe the situation will happen. And his contract expiring in July. That he wanted to weigh down upon him because he did not want that to weigh down upon him because his goal driven was he could, main event WrestleMania. A lot of people, maybe that's a bucket list for him, I guess. I've never WrestleMania. I'm not going to quit watching WWE, and I'm not going to quit working for him. I got a job there because I didn't get the main event. How many people don't get the main event? I'm getting pissed myself. Punk wrote the following on Twitter, though, on Monday. Thanks for all the support. Keep being you guys. It's pretty cool. Yes. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.